That's tomorrow.
We now return to Dr. Phil and the disappearance of Brittanee Drexel.
Where is Brittanee Drexel? Now police are questioning a man from Webster. His name is Peter Brazowitz.
Brazowitz checked out of his hotel around 2 a.m. the night Drexel went missing. He was in Myrtle Beach with friends from Rochester. Drexel met Brazowitz at a party Saturday and was later at his hotel room with his friends. She left his room to return to her girlfriend's hotel, but Drexel has not been heard from since.
Well, it's the story that has every parent hugging their child a little tighter each day. 17-year-old Brittanee Drexel went to Myrtle Beach for spring break against her parents' wishes, and she hasn't been seen since. Now, Peter Brazowitz was reportedly one of the last people with Brittanee the night she disappeared, and today he's speaking out for the first time. He's with his attorney, John.
Yes,
right,
absolutely, John Parinello.
Okay, thank you, John. I appreciate both you and Peter being here. Peter, is there anything that you can shed light on in this situation that these parents may not know?
I know just as much as the rest of the media. Like I said, the media twists everything that's going on. You weren't there. I was there with 4 other people, and I'm the one that's singled out.
Well, so tell us what happened. When was the last time you saw Brittanee, and what took place during that encounter?
The last time I saw her, she came up to our hotel room. We were watching the Yankees-Red Sox game, and she was on the phone arguing with her friend Jen about returning a pair of shorts. And she walked out. We all saw her walk out, and that's the last time I saw her.
Okay, and this was on Saturday, is that correct?
Peter tried to talk her into staying, but she insisted on leaving. Now, whether she ever got back to Jen to return the shorts, we don't know.
So, Peter, were you and Brittanee friends?
Yes, I've known her for a couple of years.
Right. Did you date, or were you just friends?
No, just friends.
Okay, and you spent some time with her in Myrtle Beach, but you didn't know she was going to be there, correct?
I had no idea.
Yeah. When she left at 8 o'clock, roughly, 8:13, whatever it was, did you have any plans to see her later in the evening?
She said, I'll give you a call later if I want to come out and party.
You never did hear from her after she left?
No.
What kind of mood, Peter, was she in when she left?
She honestly, she was in a decent mood. She didn't seem too upset, which was my concern. If I walked a mile down a strip by myself for that long and had to go all the way back to drop off my friend's shorts that I borrowed, I mean, I would never do that. Why would I want to walk all the way back?
Did she say anything to you in the time that y'all hung out down there that suggested to you that she was planning to run away, or any plans that she had in any way whatsoever? Can you shed any light on this at all?
Not a single thing. She didn't mention anything about meeting anybody, going out anywhere, nothing.
And, you know, when we started this conversation, you said you weren't there, the media is twisting everything. Is there something that you want to set straight so far as the media? Because, I mean, I really expected you to be very concerned about a missing friend, but you actually seem to be upset in another way.
Well, of course I'm concerned about Brittanee. I mean, that girl is a nice girl, you know. But when I was in the room with 4 other kids, they're all with me the whole night. And then all of a sudden my name's mentioned as a person of interest when there's absolutely no evidence. My name's spelled wrong on the national news. My family's going through hell right now. You know, people look at me differently walking down the street. You could just imagine how I feel.
Well, I can, and I'm certain you can imagine how the parents feel and why they would look for any help, any information that they might get, and I'm sure would be very grateful for any info that you might have.
As a matter of fact, yesterday, Peter submitted a DNA sample at the request of Myrtle Beach. There is no possible way that Peter Brazowitz had anything to do with Brittanee's disappearance.
Okay, and listen, I'm certainly not suggesting that he did. I'm just giving him an opportunity to set the record straight and trying to see if there's anything he might know that he doesn't even know means something that he might know. That's why we're asking the questions, and I appreciate y'all being here to answer them. Peter, there's been a lot made out of the fact that you and your friends left town at 2 a.m. the morning that she went missing. Did you want to address that?
Yeah, well, as anything, I'm from New York, Rochester. It's a 14, 15-hour drive. We were there for a whole week. Our checkout time was in the morning, Sunday morning, so we decided to leave at 2 o'clock, because why would you want to leave Sunday in the middle of a day when it's a tourist town?
Had you already planned to leave that morning at 2 a.m.? Was that something planned?
Not
or you just,
well,
yeah. And at that
we were
time...
planning on leaving at 5 or 6 a.m.
Uh-huh. So you just were up and left anyway, huh?
We already pre-packed before we even went out that night to go to a party.
All right. Yeah, I'm here with Brittanee's parents. Dawn, Chad, is there anything that you would like to ask this young man? Dawn, go ahead.
Well, I had spoke with Peter that evening as soon as I found out that Brittanee was missing, okay? And, I mean, what he was telling me just didn't add up. I mean, he was giving me 3 different scenarios and things like that. And that's why, we thought he may know something. Because, I mean, any kind of friend, I don't care if you're a guy, I don't care if you're a girl, if you knew that Brittanee was walking that far from one hotel to the other, if you're a gentleman, why wouldn't you walk my daughter to her hotel or drive her there knowing it was dark out that night? And not only that, the kids that they were with, Jen and the other, Alana, I mean, this just bothers me because I tried to call them on the phone. Peter was working with me as far as trying to get them on the phone. They wouldn't answer my phone. So what did these kids want me or her father to think? I mean, it just doesn't look right. It's fishy.
I'm going to let Peter respond to that after the break.
We now return to Dr. Phil and the disappearance of Brittanee Drexel.
If you knew that Brittanee was walking that far from one hotel to the other, if you're a gentleman, why wouldn't you walk my daughter to her hotel or drive her there knowing it was dark out that night? What did these kids want me or her father to think? I mean, it just doesn't look right. It's fishy.
Let's let Peter respond. Go ahead, Peter.
Okay, first of all, I did talk to Brittanee about why she was walking the strip by herself. And earlier that day, she said, oh, for the last 3 nights, I walk by myself. Oh, it doesn't bother me. I'm fine. I'm like, well, I didn't even go anywhere by myself because it's pretty bad down there. And second of all, when she left her hotel, the sun was still up. And I offered her a ride, and she's like, no, it's okay, it's okay. And she acted like there was no worry at all for her to walk all the way back again.
You did offer her a ride?
Yes.
The problem with this whole thing are all the innuendos concerning Peter that were raised by Brittanee's mother and other people when nobody took the time to break down the chronology and realize that Peter could never have had anything to do with her disappearance.
All right, but John, come on.